Hello, and welcome to the Vaccine Summer Series. This series is a collaboration between the Philadelphia Department of Public Health's Immunization Program and the School District of Philadelphia. My name is Jennifer Malins, a provider quality assurance nurse with the Immunization Program, and I am excited to present to you our first webinar in this series, School District of Philadelphia Immunization Requirements and the Effects of the COVID-19 Pandemic on Routine Immunizations. Today's agenda will cover, it's time to prepare for back to school immunization requirements in Philadelphia, and the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on routine immunizations. One goal of this vaccine series is to remind all providers that now is the time to prepare for back to school. Chances are staff will take time off over the summer, you may have less appointment slots, so it's really important to start calling families now to schedule them throughout the summer, especially families with children you know will enter school in the fall. And this is important because it is Pennsylvania law that all students be vaccinated while attending school. Students that do not have the required vaccines may be excluded from school until they receive the appropriate vaccines. Now we will review the vaccines required for school in Philadelphia. Although this is a collaboration with the school district, I want to remind you these requirements apply for all schools in Philadelphia. For children entering kindergarten or older children entering school in Philadelphia for the first time, they need 5 doses of DTaP, although the 5th dose is not needed if number 4 was given after the 4th birthday, 4 doses of polio, although the 4th dose is not needed if number 3 was given after the 4th birthday, 2 doses of MMR, 3 doses of hepatitis B, and 2 doses of varicella. For attendance in 7th grade, children need 1 dose of Tdap, 1 dose of meningococcal conjugate, and the childhood vaccines that were on the previous slide. And for attendance in 12th grade, they need 2 doses of meningococcal conjugate, although that 2nd dose is not needed if the 1st was given after the 16th birthday, in addition to the 1 dose of Tdap and the childhood vaccines on the previous slide. This information is available as a handout on the school district's website at www.philasd.org/studenthealth/immunizations. Remember, yes, this series is a collaboration with the school district, but these vaccine requirements apply to all schools in Philadelphia. We will now pivot and discuss the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on routine immunizations. In the United States, during the 2020 to 2021 school year, national coverage with state-required vaccines among kindergarten students declined from 95% to approximately 94%. And during the 2021 to 22 school year, coverage decreased again to approximately 93%. And COVID-19 related disruptions continued to affect vaccination coverage and assessment for the 2021 to 2022 school year, preventing a return to pre-pandemic coverage. This slide applies to the United States as a whole, but we are seeing similar trends in Philadelphia as well. This graph shows data from Philavax, our immunization information system of children up to date for the ACIP recommended vaccines from March 2019 to March 2023. The cohorts we reviewed are children age 2, which is the purple line, age 5, the red line, and age 12, the green line. And the definition we used for up to date follows that of the CDC, which means that children receive the recommended vaccines according to that year's ACIP immunization schedule. You can see our greatest decrease occurred with our 2-year-olds. And that makes sense, as it was common for parents to not want to take their young children out of the home during the pandemic. And we will take a look at these specific numbers. So coverage rate for children 2 years old fell from 76.5% to 67.7% during the last 5 years. And this means that approximately 13,963 children in this year's cohort are not up to date with their routine vaccines. If we look at those for our 5-year-olds, their coverage rates remain relatively stable, but they did drop to 78.3% this past year. And that means that's approximately 14,089 children in this year's cohort that are not up to date. And remember, if these children are entering school in the fall and they remain behind on these vaccines, they may be excluded from attending. And this is a lot of children that will need vaccines for school. Another reminder to start scheduling these appointments now. And for our 12-year-olds, coverage rates did increase slightly this past year to 76.1%, but that still means there's 12,595 children in this year's cohort that are not up to date with their routine vaccines and may be excluded from attending school. However, it's not all bad. This slide shows another cohort, our high school seniors. And for children 17 years old that are up to date for the meningococcal vaccine increased from 50% in 2019 to 59.3% in 2023. So let's continue this great work in our teen population and let's keep these students from being excluded. So in conclusion, all students must be compliant with the state school age vaccination law to attend school. Start recalling patients overdue and coming due for vaccines now. Don't delay school entry. And encourage your patients to receive all age-appropriate vaccines, not just those required for school. And vaccination coverage remains below pre-pandemic levels for many cohorts, but you have the power to bring children up to date. Thank you for attending this webinar. If you have any questions about this webinar or the Vaccine Summer Series, you may email me at jennifer.malins@phila.gov. And remember to be on the lookout for the other webinars in this series. Thank you and have a great day.